What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Revival. My name is JJ, and I want to know, what games do you take on the go? So basically this is I was kind of thinking about this the other day because I realize I have a pattern and I do this every single time that I go out of town anywhere. I'll always bring a gaming system, almost always like one of my DS, 3DS, or now my Switch, something like that. And I will always bring 3 specific games, regardless of console, and I'll explain how that works in a second. But I for some reason it's just always worked out this way, because in my mind I'm like, oh, it could be blah blah. So I've got my little cat here. Here, say hi, buddy. No? Okay. He doesn't want to say hi right now. He's just going to sit in the side and meow. So if you hear that, that's him walking around somewhere. Do you want to come up, or what are you doing now? Oof. This is Locke. This is my new cat, and he has been a handful, as you can tell. But he is the sweetest little guy I think I have ever seen. And you're just gonna stand in the shot? Is that what we're gonna do? Is that how it's gonna work? You're just gonna... I know you hear something. You gonna go? It could be the neighbors. You gonna go? What are you doing? What are we doing here? You gonna... I got a video to shoot. You just gonna... No? You just gonna sit there? Okay. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. Yep. Alright. He's awesome. Geez. So, whenever I go out of town, for some reason it tends to work out this way. Because I always I will literally, and I'll look at my list of games every single time, and I'll try to figure out what it is I want to take. But I always end up taking these 3 things. First thing, I always take the game that I'm currently playing in my backlog. And I make sure that, if I have a trip coming up, I make sure that the game that I'm going to be on at that point, I'm a planner, I know, you can make fun of me for it, it's fine. But if I have a trip coming up, I'm going to make sure prior to that I'm on a portable game on my backlog, because I don't like to play too many games at the same time. I like to try and focus on one thing. So usually, if I can, it's going to be a portable game before I go out of town. And that could be anything. That could be just something in my backlog, usually an RPG, that I just have to get through and have with me while I'm on the road. The other 2 are, I always take Mario Kart, for whatever system I have that I'm taking. I don't typically take, bye, okay, alright, that's fine. Yep, now he's bored. He was whining before to even come in the room, now he's bored, I guess. But so I will always take Mario Kart because that's going to give me something to do. And every now and then I'll also take Smash Brothers too. But typically I'll stick to these other 3. That's usually if I know somebody else is going to have Smash Brothers, and that way I play with them. Because Smash Brothers alone is not the greatest when you're playing handheld. So, game that I'm playing from my backlog, Mario Kart. And then I always take a Pokemon game that I have not beaten. So, on 3DS, if I went out of town now, I would take my 3DS and I would probably take Pokemon Moon. Because I still have not finished that one. Funny thing is, I hardly ever end up playing, the Pokemon and the Mario Kart, and I just stick to the one that's in my backlog. But in my mind, I'm like, if I get, a little bored of this one, I'll still have these other 2 that I can jump on and play. So it's, it is what it is. But I'm just kind of curious, does anybody else, go through that? Do you have a pattern as to what you choose? This is probably just me being super weird and yeah, but I don't know. I've always done that. I've always gone for those 3 games whenever I'm going out of town. It just always seems to work out that way. I think for a while I had one of the 3DS carrying cases where you can have 40 games in it, and I literally loaded the thing up with DS and 3DS games. One trip, and I was like, I don't really like taking this many games with me out of town. And what's funny, well, not funny, a big reason for that is little side story. When I was younger, my mom is from overseas. She's from Holland, so I have a lot of family there, and I used to go there as a kid all the time. Like I'd go for 9 weeks every 3 years, and I had my Game Boy with me whenever I would go, and I had a handful of games for it back then. I'm still trying to build that collection up again of the games that I was missing, and I would, my cousins would play it, and they would want to, take turns on the Game Boy and stuff like that and whatnot while we were out there, because I have a huge family on both sides. And it was maybe a year or so after we got home, my mom had asked me, hey, your cousin just got a Game Boy, but he doesn't have any games for it yet. Is there any way we can mail him, it was probably a good, somewhere between 5 and 10 games, that got sent over there, and I was like, well, yeah, I don't really play that much anymore, so that's fine. And I was young and whatnot. Well, got lost in the mail. All my games got lost, and it was heartbreaking and brutal, and it's not. Can you really? I can't get mad at her. It's not her fault. She was trying to do something nice, and I agreed to it, and whatnot. It's just one of those things. So it was unfortunate, and it sucked. But it is what it is. And so ever since then, I'm very wary when it comes to letting people borrow stuff and sending games in the mail. I very rarely do. Oh, he's back. He's back now. Yeah. Okay. So that's one of the reasons I kind of remembered that when I had the big case full of the DS and 3DS games, because I was like, I'm out of town with these. I don't want to lose all this stuff because that's insane. So I didn't. But anyways, to the topic, I'm curious. Does anybody else do that? Do you guys have any specific games that you bring with you every single time? Do you have a console that you bring every single time without fail? The Switch is a great one now, and it has all those games on it that I could bring. So it's been really handy to have as well. But yeah, so I always, like I said, game in my backlog, Mario Kart and a Pokemon game. And then if I know somebody else is going to be there with Smash Brothers, then I will bring Smash Brothers as well. Or if I just know somebody else is going to be there and it's like my Switch, because then we have the 2 controllers and stuff. But it's, yeah, I just thought it was funny that it always seemed to work out that way. But I'm curious as to if anybody else does that, if anybody else has any pattern or rhyme or reason to how they go out of town with their games. So let me know, and I'd like to read what you say. My mind is all over the place. I've got a cat meowing behind me, and this is the 3rd video that I've recorded today, and yeah, so thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I appreciate it so much. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I really do like talking to you guys, so and I know I say that all the time, but I genuinely do. So thank you again for watching, and as always, keep on gaming. Yes, that's right, Locke. They should keep on gaming.